I took the blame for my sister's car accident when I was 16, but her fiancé just told my whole family the truth at Thanksgiving. I spent 7 years as my family's biggest disappointment because of a lie I told when I was 16. Last Thanksgiving, my sister Becca finally told the truth, and I watched my parents' faces crumble in real time. It started the summer before my junior year. Becca was 14 and had just gotten her learner's permit. She was obsessed with driving, always begging our parents to let her practice. One night when they were at a dinner party, she convinced me to let her take the car around the block. Just once, she said. Nobody will ever know. I said no at first, but Becca had this way of making you feel like you were being ridiculous for worrying. She called me paranoid, uptight, and boring. After 20 minutes of her nagging, I handed over the keys just to shut her up. She didn't make it around the block. She ran a stop sign and crashed into a parked truck 3 houses down. The car was totaled. Becca hit her head on the steering wheel and needed 6 stitches. When our parents came home to police lights and an ambulance, Becca was hysterical. She grabbed my arm and begged me to say I was driving. She said if they knew the truth, she would lose her permit forever. She'd be grounded until college. They would never trust her again. I was 16 and stupid and loved my little sister. So when the cop asked what happened, I said I was behind the wheel. I said I ran the stop sign. I said it was all my fault. Our parents believed every word. What followed was 7 years of punishment I didn't earn. They took my license until I was 18. They made me pay for the deductible with my summer job money. Every family gathering, someone would bring up the accident and shake their head at me. My dad stopped asking me to help with projects in the garage. My mom looked at me differently, like she couldn't quite trust my judgment anymore. Becca never said anything, not once. She let me take all of it without a single word of defense. I thought we had an understanding. I thought she appreciated what I did for her. I thought one day she would make it right. Instead, she got worse. She let our parents pay for her entire college tuition while I took out loans because they said I needed to learn responsibility. She borrowed money from them for a car while I drove a used Honda I bought myself. She got the big graduation party while I got a card in the mail. Every time I tried to bring up what really happened that night, Becca would shut me down. "That was so long ago," she would say. "Why are you still hung up on it? You sound crazy." I started believing I was crazy. Maybe my memory was wrong. Maybe I really had been driving and my brain rewrote the story to make myself feel better. Then came last Thanksgiving. The whole family was there. Aunts, uncles, cousins. Everyone packed into my parents' dining room. Becca had just announced her engagement to her boyfriend Wesley, and everyone was making toasts and crying happy tears. My dad raised his glass and said something about how proud he was that Becca had grown into such a responsible young woman. He said she'd never given them a moment of trouble. "Not like some people," he added, glancing at me with that familiar look of disappointment. That's when Wesley spoke up. He said Becca had told him something a few months ago that had been weighing on him. He said he convinced her that she needed to come clean before they started their life together. He said real marriages couldn't be built on old lies. Becca went pale. She tried to stop him, but Wesley kept talking. He told the whole table about the accident, the real version, how 14-year-old Becca was driving, how she begged me to take the blame, how she let me suffer for 7 years while she stayed silent. The room went completely quiet. My mother put down her wine glass. My father stared at Becca like he'd never seen her before. Becca tried to explain. She said she was just a kid, that she was scared, that she always meant to tell them eventually, but nobody was listening anymore. My dad stood up from the table, walked over to me, and put his hand on my shoulder. He didn't say anything. He didn't have to. My mom started crying, not for Becca, for me. The engagement party turned into something else entirely that night. Wesley ended up leaving early. I found out later he broke things off with Becca the following week. He said he couldn't marry someone who would let her own brother suffer to protect herself.